Thank you all for coming. Also, thank you all for being on time. This is a wonderful treat for all of us. Thank you. Today's luncheon, as you probably already know, is sponsored by the good people of Toyota. We're going to be telling us about their wonderful new products. And from Toyota, we have Southeast region. We've got Christy Calendum. Christy, do you want to stand up and wave, please? Shira Munn. Where did Shira disappear to? She left? She took the cookies and ran? And the Southeast Toyota Area Training Manager, Brian Fermenta. Brian is back here. Brian will actually be giving the presentation to us, so we'll let him tell us more about these new vehicles. And after he does the presentation, we can go out and actually experience them with a drive. Now we'll cover just a few things very briefly and let you get back to lunch before we bring Brian up in about 20 minutes time. But Paul Borden, would you like to say a few words about Topless? And,
I know that some of you were here, many of you were here last month. We announced the date for Topless in Miami. If you weren't, it's June 12th. We are going to also make some refinements because that will help ease some of the workload for the day. And the closer we get, we'll actually take names and divide you up and assign you certain categories that you'll be responsible for judging. That way you can spend more time with each car. We have received from Hearts, the convertible top people, some things to look out for to judge convertible tops, which would be very helpful. Just received that the other day. The only, again, that's June 12th. The only other thing I have is Mr. Beasley here is taking shirt orders today, and this is, he informs me, this is the only day that he will take shirt orders. This is a once in a lifetime, not lifetime, but once a year sale. And
if you don't order from, then you will be topless in Miami.
You have a choice of blue or white. $20, right, Ron? What if they don't have the money today? You going to trust them?
Well, your credit is good.
Anyway, so if you do, he has gone around, so he may have already picked you up. But if you do want a shirt and you didn't get there, be sure to see him again. Remember, mark your calendar, June 12th, and you'll be getting some more information as we go on.
Right,
it's still at Key Biscayne.
Good, perfect. Thanks, Paul. Marcelo, our treasurer.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Paul. As they said, thank you, Toyota, for being here. We really appreciate all your support. Thank you very much. In terms of our taxes, Sama, they have been taken care of, so we're done. We're good. Everything is perfectly fine in terms of taxes. In terms of membership, please remember we do have some members who still have not paid, and we're moving into March. So please, if you have your checkbook with you, I will be here. And if not, you can always send the information on the website, or you can call me and we can help you with that. We do have with us a new member that wasn't with us, couldn't be with us last lunch, but we have Mr. Elba Navarro of Bain Sports. Just go say hello, that would be really nice. We do have a new member, Elizabeth Williams of Rolls Royce Motor Cars North America. She has joined. And then, of course, we have a very important guest with us, Mr. Mike Forsyth of Vaz and Wheels. I wanted to bring up John Kiskinis real quick. He wanted to tell us about Fort Lauderdale.
Thank you, Marcelo. As you all know, while we sit in Miami in November, there is another show, regional show, that is put on managed by the South Florida Automobile Dealers Association, which is unique in the sense that the proceeds from that show benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of Broward County, which makes that show a little different. But over the years, we have been working very diligently to try and bring new, exciting vehicles that the media in this room will embrace and cover, and many of them you all haven't seen before. And I'm real happy to say, first off, the dates are March 20th through the 23rd at the Broward County Convention Center. Some of the vehicles that we have just confirmed in the last week include the 2015 F-150 from Ford, as well as the Mustang, never been seen here in South Florida. The Acura TLX prototype, which will be also making its debut in 2015. Kia's K900, another vehicle that I don't think has been seen before. And Ariel, where are you? You'll like it. I saved the best for last.
Thank you.
The Hyundai 2015 Genesis, which will not be in the showrooms till this summer, will be at the show as well. And it is the official show car for the Fort Lauderdale show. So I encourage you to come out. I think this is the manufacturer's way of saying we recognize the media attention that this market brings, as well as the fact that this market sells a lot of cars. So they're very on board for this show, and I hope if you want to come out, please by all means come out. I know some of the manufacturers are already talking about possibly doing a press event, so you may be hearing directly from them about coming to the show for their event. They haven't confirmed it yet, but we're hoping they will shortly. And I hope to see you, and thank you for the time.
Thank you, John. Just add one small thing to what John said. We spoke when we were up at the Chicago show, and I brought it up briefly at our January luncheon. It's incredibly important for all of us to give as much exposure as possible to these shows, to the Fort Lauderdale, the Miami show, because the greater exposure we get, the greater the incentive for the manufacturers to send down their brand new vehicles, their show vehicles. It's hand washing hands, and the more these new vehicles come in, the more exciting it makes it for all of us to write about them. It makes it better for spectators to come to the show to take part in it. And it continues, it grows for all of us. If you would rather have 10,000 people reading your article or 100,000 people reading, it's a no-brainer. You know where that lies. So the greater the exposure we can all give, the more it benefits all of us at the same time. So please. Pepe, finally.
Yes, thank you very much for the people who sent us your article for the web. If, of course, you guys are going to drive the Highlander today, please send me the articles. I will post it on the website of SAMA. Also, we have an invitation from Lincoln. Tonight, David Woodhouse, the director of design of Lincoln, brand new British guy in the company, is going to be in the panel on the American Institute of Architects and Design tonight, 6 o'clock in downtown, First Avenue, First Street. So that's all. Thank you.
That too is something I'd highly recommend. That a few of us had a chance to meet David last night, and he is a fascinating young designer, like so many of them are. They all seem blessed with this wonderful artistic flair and passion for life, and to get a chance to speak with David, he's a remarkable young guy. Loves vintage car racing, does the Goodwood event every year, which I'm so envious I could kill him. But he does that, and just, he's full of life. So if any of you have the opportunity to go down there and take in the Lincoln event, you should do that. And finally, before I stop talking, let you resume your eating, our two events in the latter part of the year. Once again, we're going to be doing the car show down at the Homestead Air Force Base on the Friday immediately before Rides and Smiles. The people at the Homestead track haven't got back to me firmly for a date, but Al Garcia thought that it would be once again after the NASCAR race and a week prior to Thanksgiving. So it'd be perfect timing for us again. And the people at the base are going to open it up this year a little bit more, relax some of their security, and we can have a lot more members on to actually give publicity to this show. And it's a wonderful day to give back to the men and women of our military. Then, of course, the following day, Rides and Smiles. Lots of work, can't wait for it. Make it bigger and better this year, and even more children coming from both Baptist Children's and Miami Children's Hospital. So we get a busy year ahead of us. I'm going to stop talking, don't applaud. I'm going to sit down and let you finish up your lunch in about 15 minutes time. We're going to get Brian Fermet out here to give his presentation on the new Toyotas, and then we can all follow him outside to the parking lot to actually lay on the hands. So thank you all for your attention and enjoy the day, and we'll be talking to you again shortly.
Thank you.